So the question was asked, what am I going to do when we hit 1,000 Twitter followers? Well, let's just say there will be pictures.
Oh no. Do we want pictures? I don't want pictures. I want non-pictures.
I was gonna say, when we reach 1,000 Twitter followers, I'll personally go out and buy a prize for King of the Hill.
That sounds much better.
Alright. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing underway. It looks like our first challengers are gonna be Witterman, Hooterman, or Moshman. So I always found it funny why players even discuss votes or different maps. Why don't they just call the vote and let the vote decide? You know, isn't that the discussion? F1 or F2? Here we go. It'll be ZTN as we get underway. This will be Hooterman versus Moshman, no relation. And we have gone live. We're gonna watch. We have ourselves respawn timers up, and looks like Mega will go to Hooter. Mosh looking for RA. He grabs it. He only has a grenade launcher in his arsenal, and he will not be getting the plasma yellow. Let's hop over to Hooterman. Stacked to the teeth, doing quite well here. Mega and a whole massive armor, and oh, that's a nice spawn. This should be a frag here, number 2 for the Hooter. Red is just coming back. Mega though looks like Hooterman's defensive play, and considering where Moshman started, he may not even get over there in time, because here is the shot by Hooter to cover that resource. Well done. Now, this armor definitely needed by Hooter. Still 133 on the health count for the Hooterman, and Mosh still having a hard time getting his way. Really, he had a really tough spawn. He had a little bit of hesitation getting armor in the very beginning, and it has been costly. However, for the first time, Hooter backs off. He is setting up shop, ready to grab Mega. He'll do so here. Red armor is up and ready to go. Let's see if Mosh can get back here in time. No, he just picked up the yellow. He will not get there. Oh, he did get there in time, and he shuts down. No, excuse me, I switched over. Moshman did not get there in time. Everything just went to Hooter. And Mosh still having a really hard time here. Jahar, I know that we saw Hooter last week. He did quite well, and I'm curious to see. Looks like he's poised to get a crown here. We're only 2 minutes in, but so far he's got 3 frags.
And I'm gonna be interested to see that as soon as I get into the server.
Aha, so we need to kick someone out.
Played very well.
Oh no, my mouse just foobarred and I don't want to restart X. Looks like I'll have to.
Gotcha. That's 4 frags for the giant boob, and currently he is just, well, let's just say Mosh is probably having the least fun he's ever had with anything even resembling Hooters in his life right now. Currently a goose egg 4-0, and only 2.5 minutes burned away, which means right now Mosh is sitting there thinking, alright, I'm down. It's still early, but I haven't really had a chance to get any sort of foothold here. And right now we're seeing, you know, Mosh running around with, he does have Mega, so this is an opportunity. As soon as he can get a little bit more armor, here comes a bit of armor. There are nades there, and he's dodged a couple of them. Now, he can back off and get this armor, but he's got to be careful. He's been forced off of it there. I would have preferred to see him back up a little bit, grab that armor, and then make a play for it. He's just missed the jump. He's got to be really careful here, because Mega grabbed one more time. It looks like Hooterman still solid. Hop over, back over to Mosh. He is not topped off on health, but solid on armor. This next exchange, he'll have to do a bit of unanswered damage in order to hope for frag, and there's the hope he was looking for. Although he just ate a couple of rockets, and he will go down. Hooterman picks up number 5.
Now, Hooter only has a handful of health left, but it looks like he's going to be pegging around, waiting for that Mega to come back up, and there it is. Mega Yellow Armor is going to put him back up to a competent stack, and here we have LG on LG, and the stack and the aim is going to decide it. Actually, we see Moshman's first frag on this. I had to say it. Came down to the aim, and Mosh had it that time. So yeah, come back 9-1. Let's see if you can pick it off in the last 2 minutes.
Hooter's rocket aim has been fantastic, and that reminds me of a comment that you made last King of the Hill when we saw Hooterman for the first time, where he has great spam and prediction rockets, and we saw him use it to great effect there in the last the frag before this last one. Now, Moshman, on the other hand, we've seen his strongest weapon, I think, is going to be the lightning gun. He's definitely done the most damage with it, and he's quite competent with it, and I think he needs to stick with that and the railgun combo, which we're seeing him use right now. If he can start getting those rails to connect, he will get a couple more frags before the end of this.
Definitely has a lot of enthusiasm going into it, and Hooter is ready and geared up. You can tell from the way he's moving that he is ready to take tonight by storm, and we'll see how far he goes.
Yeah. Now, as we got the final minute here, this score is currently 10-1. Let's take a look. Accuracy of 27% for Hooterman. Best weapon being the lightning gun. Hopping over to Mosh, he has himself a 30% accuracy, and as I suspected, the lightning gun is his best weapon. Hopping back over to Hooter's point of view, it looks like he will get one more frag here, 11-1. And he wants a quick spawn frag, and he gets it with a nice peek around the corner, nails the rail, and gets the frag. That's 12-1. We got time for 1 or 2 more frags here, but Hooter is already calling the GGs. So here we go. There's a nice rail, mid-air rail. Moshman goes through the teleporter, and that will finish it off. Hooterman will secure his win.
And a chance for one more frag during that.
Yeah, almost. Now I'm loving this. We have lots of new faces here. Going live on House of Decay.
3, 2, 1.
And we have Hooter spawning in the center yellow, grabbing the red, well, not the red, but the rocket launcher. Damn my colors. Grabbing the second yellow, moving through the teleporters, already on the hunt for Guts.
Now Guts did get Mega there.
You should name yourself Guts Man.
Hopping over to Guts' point of view, and we have an LG battle breaking out. Guts gets the much better LG aim in that last exchange, and he's going to pick up a bit of armor to replenish that a little bit. Hooter is currently waiting for armor, only 80 health though.
And Guts was waiting for him coming out of that teleporter, taking a pot shot with that rocket, going through again. Well, it looks like he's going to be grabbing some armor before heading back. But here we have a fight breaking out. Rocket on LG, but Hooterman is controlling the pace of these fights. Whenever he gets into a skirmish with Guts, he's definitely the one saying, this is how it's going to go. And if I'm not winning, I'm out of here. So he's definitely playing a very, I don't want to say defensive game, but kind of you come to me, I'm gonna set the pace kind of deal.
Yeah, well, and Guts, right now, so far, is not taking the bait, and I think that's a very smart thing. Mega is just now coming up, but Guts, though, has had Mega the last 2 times, makes the right choice to not expose himself as Hooter has the higher ground, and right now, Guts knows, even though he just took a beating taking that Mega, he still has the superior stack, so we should see. Honestly, I think this is a mistake by Guts to wait around a little bit. He's waiting around way too long. He should be going on the hunt. Right now, Hooter's just been able to pick up a bit of armor and will be better off for it. And now Guts is going to have to make a decision here in the next couple of seconds to go and get Mega or to break off from the attack. Now, here it is. If he gives up Mega, he's in big trouble. Oh, Hooter had a chance. And yeah, Hooter's going to get the Mega. This is huge here. This is a... Oh, what happened? I don't know why Hooter didn't drop down and get that, but either way, it cost him. And Guts had backed off. That was Hooter's Mega. He did not grab it, though, and that cost him the frag. Guts gets on the board. First blood. Hooter on the recovery.
And it looks like Hooter was not willing to take any damage if he was going to go for that Mega. He was going to know that, coming up the stairs would have been a bad idea at that point. And sure, you're going to take some damage, but you end up stealing Mega anyway. But so far, Guts has had complete control of it, and here it is coming up in just a couple more seconds. Looks like it's going to be mostly